Time to do some sketchy shit. Doo-dah, doo-dah. Hope I get away with it. Oh, da doo-dah day.
Hi.
Bonjour.
Welcome to Stupid O'Clock. Joe Dog is with us tonight. He's just unavoidably detained down the hall at the moment.
Taco Bell for dinner?
I don't have the faintest idea, but he's in a practical joking mood, so watch him just leave the screen on and just not ever come back.
He wouldn't do something like that, would he?
As long as he doesn't hit end stream.
No, that's Joe's job. The other Joe's.
I was talking about Joe Dog.
Joe Bachman doesn't have ops.
Now, this one doesn't have ops, so we're fine.
Yeah, I was talking about Joe Dog.
I know. I'm just.
I mean, I figured y'all would know that.
Well, I am. I'm giving Bachman a little bit of a hard time.
Oh.
I wouldn't, since he found a good deal for you.
And there Joe Dog just dropped his channel out entirely. It's like, I was just here for the pre-show.
And Joe Bachman, do you know that I am just teasing and picking on you a little bit?
Yeah, I know.
I think I did a good thing today.
I'm going to start referring to Joe Bachman and Josh Kemp and you as the flock.
Now, wait a minute. Do we need to send Zach? Do I need to send you an invitation, or I thought you were on the mailing list, so to speak?
He is.
I believe he is on the list.
Yes, and Joe Dog said damn straight. He just showed up for the pre-show.
Yeah, he dropped out before I got on.
He saw you and ran.
Well, I mean, let's face it. There's no way Joe Dog McKeel can compare to Chris.
Nobody compares to Chris.
Oh, God.
Yeah, Zach is in a meeting, so
Must be a good meeting if he's hanging out here with us. So.
Hell, I just scared Chris away now too.
he probably just went to call Joe Dog and tell him to get back in here.
No, it's up to Joe Dog. You are probably right, Zach.
And now he's going to pull that. Wait till somebody else brings me in. He told me earlier that somehow or another, when I set up the shows, I blocked him.
You fucking did.
Zach, you just mentioned coming on and Joe Dog appeared.
Are we all a little bit wired tonight?
No, I don't think so.
There's no espresso in my house or my system.
I did have an extra cup of coffee, didn't
I'm
I?
just eating, and I didn't want to be rude and eat on camera.
Okay.
It didn't
Well, I
stop
will
me and
remember that.
Dawn.
Ted brings me ice cream.
Yeah, but your ice cream eating is a
Legendary.
time-honored tradition by now.
Time honored tradition and legendary? I don't think so, guys.
It's a feature, not a bug. Oh dear.
Oh, Lord.
The ibuprofen is doing nothing.
Well, I guess we'll just have to distract you with stimulating conversation.
How about if I distract myself with some rum instead?
Fine, I'll leave.
I would prefer bourbon myself, but that's up to you.
Yeah,
Whiskey.
well.
You got there, Joe.
Peach whiskey from the Indiana Whiskey Company.
Mm,
I was thinking it might be cognac because it looks like a cognac glass.
hey, sometimes you just feel fancy.
Exactly.
So what happens when you feel
Nothing wrong with
fancy? You grr.
I am so proud of myself. I've been
The
getting
green screen is
cussing
blocking
out
it.
messages all day.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
What kind of
Oh,
messages?
from your earlier adventure where you,
where I had that issue with my card. Yeah,
yeah, well, I didn't fall for it because I knew better than that shit.
I must have missed this particular misadventure.
You
He
didn't miss
posted
much.
about it. That's all I'm gonna say.
I saw my first firefly tonight for the season for the year. I got excited.
Oh,
You know, okay, sometimes you just got excited about the little things in life.
oh, I know. Every year when we see the first one, we haven't seen the first one yet down here.
Well,
I just thought it was sweet that you were getting excited about seeing fireflies.
I know. It's
I
too
got to
short.
see a state patrol officer take off, but he was going in the wrong direction because I saw later on the Northwest Georgia scanner talking about a police chase going on after a motorcycle traveling over 140 miles an hour on I-75 North.
What have we told you about driving that fast, Chris?
I don't drive a motorcycle. Me and motorcycles don't mix.
Yeah.
We're not a good combination. There's too much that can go wrong.
Oh, come on.
I
It's
ain't got
just
enough
you
wheels for
and the
me.
bike and everybody else on the damn road.
You don't know about my family's history with motorcycles. That's not a good idea. Not a good idea.
Okay, we'll
Sort
leave
of
it
like
at
being a member of the Allman Brothers Band. It's a good idea if you don't buy a motorcycle if you're in that band.
Yeah.
garage sailing today, and this lady had to give me the full breakdown of how she got to hang out with Dickie Betts when she lived in Florida back in the day. Okay.
Oh wow!
Which was a cool story, but I'm like, I just want this shirt and go.
You really shut up and take my money, will you?
Right?
Dickie Betts died recently.
So I said, like, oh, he just passed away. She goes, so you do know who he is? I'm like, yeah.
I was upset. I forgot, and I couldn't swing it financially, but the Rolling Stones were in Atlanta on Friday night.
Dang. Well,
That's all right. Several billionaires couldn't swing it either.
The Betts Allman, the kids band, the Allman Brothers Sons band, however you want to put that. They were here last week, 2 weeks ago. I was like, damn, I missed that. So
Well, doesn't Blackberry Smoke have some members of Leonard Skinner's and the Allman Brothers both in there?
That might be now. I do not know that.
I know they have some sons of Leonard Skinner's, but I think they got some of the Allman Brothers band's sons too.
I know that Susan Tedeschi is working with Butch Trucks.
Yeah.
Took me a minute to remember his name. I didn't want to call him by his dad's name. But
No,
Yeah.
Derek is the boy.
Yeah, Derek's the boy.
Derek is the boy? And
He's the one
okay, I got it backwards.
He's
Let's see if strikes again.
yeah, but Butch is the dad. Derek is the son that's married to her. Lucky bastard.
Tedeschi Trucks Band.
Yep.
Yeah. They did some stuff with Playing for Change.
Mm-hmm.
And oops, what the hell did I just do?
I don't know. You're still
Yeah,
here
they
with-
were in the video with John Paul
John
Jones.
Paul Jones?
yeah.
Yes.
When the levee breaks.
Yes.
That is
With that
right.
amazing
I'm
girl.
giving everybody warning. Cover your eyes.
Oh, God.
Is it safe?
Yeah.
Hell, I'm more worried about my nose than my eyes.
I noticed this as I was it's crooked.
Your taco got all out of whack.
My taco was out of whack. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Chris, I've got to find a sound guy that can run soundboard for opening ceremonies. No,
I'm sure
Dan,
we'll
you're
come
going to be
up with
busy, so you can't.
I'm
I
sure we'll
started to
figure
say,
out-
how the fuck do I get out of this?
Joe,
being
what
a
you
guest.
doing?
I'm sure we'll figure something out. Well, if he could get there on time, I'd say it'd be a good job for Jay Cannon. But he ain't gonna get there on
Jay's
time.
not going to get there until
Until the bar's open.
Mike.
Mike Jimmy's
Okay.
awake.
Oh, okay, that's who that is. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, huh?
Hey, Mike Jimmy. Come on
Hey,
in.
Jimmy!
I did not see that comment.
He sent a message on the chat group.
Yep,
Oh, okay.
group chat.
What's
Damn.
even funnier is that Joe, who the hell's Mike?
My Jimmy! That's who it is. Creator of Life on Korra. Kickstarter extraordinaire. Mother to Aurora.
Mother to Aurora, father.
Husband to Liz.
Oh, Dan, I threw a little Twilight Zone in there for him. One of my
Oh,
favorite
where'd it
lines
go?
from the Twilight Zone episode. Room for one more.
There's room. I know you're quoting Twilight Zone, but I'm like, there's room for 4 more. We know counting's a hard thing for you, Joe Dog.
Joe Dog, there was something I wanted to ask you about Holocon. There's a little shop up in Miller, Indiana. They have a bunch of the old monster movie miniature posters. Would you be interested in any of them, or any specific ones that you want me to see if they have?
I'm not comprehending. What did you...
Mini posters of old horror movies.
Posters.
Yeah,
Mini
Mini-
poster.
mini posters.
Okay, as in how big?
God, I've drank and slept since last week. Maybe 4x6, 5x7. Like they're tiny.
Oh,
They're smaller ones.
Oh, okay.
Postcard size.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Then if you didn't know if you need anything smaller for like decoration or handout or I don't remember the price right offhand either. Again, I've drank and slept since last Sunday.
That's all right. He
Uh-oh.
wouldn't pay you for them anyway.
Hush, Dan.
I wasn't going to ask for him to pay for them anyway, but they weren't that expensive. They were less than $5 a piece, I think.
If you could come up with something for like a package for a charity auction item,
Yeah,
That would be good to have.
yeah. I'll see if I can convince the wife to go up there with me again tomorrow, and I'll go take a look.
all right.
Oh, Matthew.
Hey, Matthew.
Hey, Matthew.
Oh,
Boy, I hadn't done that before. I'm surprised
What?
it worked. Looked at Messenger and then came back to the here, but on the iPad, on the YouTube.
Okay.
Surprised it works.
Hey, Thesis.
Hey, Thesis.
Hello.
Thesis. That's the name I was trying to remember.
So Thursday night, I really screwed up. But you guys are like, it's cool. But that was funny.
Did y'all see the video of Thesis's ex-girlfriend?
Yes.
And I tortured Ted with it tonight, too.
Did you read my
That could've
comment?
pissed you off. Yeah, I saw your comment.
What did you say, Joe? Welcome to my world.
No, I said, I wished I'd have had my phone in my hand at the time. My two huskies expressed their opinion very loudly.
Oh, Lord.
And then underneath that, I said, was that one of those anti-theft ink bombs still attached to the dress at the bottom?
Oh, Lord.
Watch it again. That blue dress. I swear it's got an ink bomb on it. You know, the anti-theft ink bomb?
Yes, I know what you're talking about. The things that they clip and have a special tool to take off
Yeah.
to keep them from being stolen.
Matthew, you're on IndieCD. Don't forget to get that information over to Joe Bachman.
He just created a pre-launch page for his paranormal investigation comic Kickstarter.
Kickstarter.
Nice.
Oh, that's what I did with Ducky's Bandana. Okay.
Bachman's gonna smack me pretty soon because everything about me is IndieCD.
No, it's a good thing.
I went to an author thing today, didn't handing out cards, and bought a book.
Wow.
Oh,
That had to be excruciatingly painful, Thesis. I'm sorry, and I don't blame you.
and yes, I was torturing Ted, and that was the I was trying to torture him.
I have never heard anybody that was flat and off key until then.
Twice.
There's a reason why I don't sing.
I have a voice.
sing,
I have a
suck
voice
at
like a
it, but
chainsaw.
I'm never gonna go on a American Idol or anything because I can't sing. I like to sing, and I do.
I like John's comment. Just he has a voice like a chainsaw, running out of gas.
I have a face for radio, a voice for print.
Rah, 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 rah.
Hey, that's my line, damn it.
Well, Dan doesn't need to sing. All he needs to do is narrate.
I
And he'll
can do
have his
that.
own. He'll have his own legion of fans.
There is only
Appar-
one person I've ever seen or heard that is a voiceover narrator and a good singer. Mike Rowe.
Mm, I can think of one more.
Who?
Joe Bachman.
Tony the Tiger.
Oh, Ravencroft.
Yeah.
Raisinwood. Raisin bread. What did you start to say?
Because he always did the Tony the Tiger. They're great, but he also he did the song "You're a Mean
You
One,"
mean when Mr. Wrench?
You're a mean one.
and just that baritone voice.
Yep.
What's his name? Brian Blessed.
Oh, yes.
Is
Voltan from Flash Gordon.
Yeah.
Gordon?
Christopher-
You alive?
Christopher Lee, for that matter.
Oh, what's his name? Disturbed. Dave
Draymond.
Joe Dog.
Dave Draymond.
wrong.
Draymond.
Wrong
Have you
Disturbed.
heard Dave Draymond's "You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch"?
Not yet.
Oh, you got to find that one.
Bachman, did you see
What's
the?
What's the fellow's name again, Joe?
David Draymond.
From Disturbed.
Yeah.
Yes. And as much as people rave about his cover of Sound of Silence, you need to hear him do a duet with Miles Kennedy. That one is way better, in my opinion.
Mm.
Now I keep thinking about Peter Steele, who's passed away, and his voice, singing voice. Oh,
Well, I don't know about his singing voice, but Jeremy Irons is one of those that's got a awesome voice for narration.
Thesis, I was thinking that too. It's not as bad, but it's still no. Mm-mm. And Neil
Well,
Patrick
if you
Harris-
work hard enough.
Neil Patrick
Right.
Harris has a newfound respect from me on the comment about her sign.
One of my favorite things Neil Patrick Harris has ever done is he was hosting Saturday Night Live. He comes out in a darkened studio with a spotlight on him. He's wearing a tuxedo. Sits down on a bench, sits at a keyboard, and starts playing the opening for Doogie Howser, MD.
He actually made a very effective bad guy on Doctor Who. I was impressed. I was prepared not to be impressed, and I wound up impressed anyway.
And of course, his role on How I Met Your Mother.
Oh,
Barney Stinson.
Mm.
Legend. Wait for it.
Uh, oh Lord! No. No.
What do I know?
Multicolor leopard print sheepskins. I'm sorry, Tandy Leather, you have gone too far. I do not even want to be told about that, much less have to look at it.
Joe Bachman, since you got headphones, you need to listen to what I just posted.
Don't. I don't even know what it is, but it came from Joe Dog, so don't.
It's Jolene done to the tune of Hallelujah. You're muted.
Joe.
Spark my interest.
Don't let him spark your interest.
Not touching it.
I'm gonna let Joe judge. I've got goosebumps.
He's gonna have to because I do not want to get rickrolled.
No, watch the reaction on Joe Bachman.
Do, do, do.
So far, so good.
Actually, it fits very well. She does really good with that.
Yeah.
Why do I feel like Joe paid Joe to say that?
He didn't.
You want us to believe that? Remember, you're donating stuff to the silent auction.
Charity auction.
Well, there's 27,000 likes on the video, and she has 211,000 subscribers.
Okay.
Yeah, she's doing a beautiful job with that.
It was impressive. Almost bring tears to your eyes.
Mm.
Yeah, I would actually say watch this later on, guys.
Well,
I could not find the Grinch tune.
By Draymond?
Yeah, I could not find it.
Oh, shit. It's been pulled.
Possibly.
yeah.
It was at a concert about Christmas time.
And Thesis said he watched it too, and so were he.
Okay, I understand now.
What?
It's an indie CD thing. Matthew did the same thing I did and delay getting the everything set up so I could log in. So that's why he didn't forget his password. He just never had one until
Look at that. We're getting shit done tonight.
don't look at me. According to my wife, I haven't done anything since my last day of work.
You've mowed a couple times, haven't you?
Yeah. That's about it.
Hey, Joe, question. Bachman.
Yeah. Oh. Never
Yes.
mind. Well, fine.
Did you ever get well, unless you want to order business cards for me, Joe Dog. Did you get those ever ordered, Bachman?
I thought I did.
Can I design it?
No.
No.
Remind me
Yeah.
tomorrow. I'll log into my Mac because I thought I did. I sworn I did. Yeah, remind me tomorrow.
I know
log into
you've
my
slept and
Mac.
drank since then. Hi, Mike Jimmy.
Hello, Mike Jimmy.
Mm. Hello, Mike Jimmy.
Joe Dog,
Yeah.
please tell me you don't have your 3D printer hooked up to Siri.
I don't have it hooked up to Siri, but I got it hooked up to Alexa for emergency stop.
I'm
You know-
glad Joe Bachman. I'm glad John Scarborough is muted right now. Otherwise, you'd be printing death metal on that thing.
He's got his headphones in. I can tell.
Yeah.
Well,
No, when you see me running a live stream of my prints, that means I'm away. So I can pull it up on my phone and monitor it. And if the print goes south, I can turn it off and end the stream. That way I don't have a wad of gunk around my print head again.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to hear about wads of gunk around your print head, Joe Dog. Just saying.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, it burns because it's real hot.
Dan?
The burning is love.
Yes,
Wednesdays at
Chris.
8, 7 Central.
Your publisher got a nice new ride.
Oh, he did.
That sucks, Thesis, though. Hopefully
Yes,
you
it
got
did.
cards and that you can talk to people. Yeah.
Thesis, I can. Hey, Thesis, I can completely understand because I got to a show in Huntsville with roughly 20,000 people and 180 postcards to hand out.
Oh, dear.
That never happened again, has it, Chris?
No, we've had plenty to pass out.
Mm.
We passed out 100 or 1,800 this year.
Yeah.
I've
And,
actually got to redo the information that I got on the ones that I had printed up for Epelian and send in an order just for me. Not Epelian, but for me. Because I tried printing some out myself and they always come out with the only available business card size paper not being exactly the right pattern for the printer. It won't match up. It's always just a little bit out of alignment.
Mm.
And I'm going, I don't like that.
Thank you.
Ooh. The sacrificial ice cream.
Yeah.
And I will
Tonight it looks like strawberry with chocolate syrup and whipped cream.
Oh,
Just thought I'd put that all out there.
his old one went out, so that's his new one.
What?
Oh, whose is that?
His publishers.
Oh, okay. I'll look at it later. I don't want to be swapping back and forth between.
I like that. It's black with chrome accents.
Yep.
That's the best way to describe it. It's black with chrome accent.
Okay.
Yeah, it's probably nice in the wintertime, but summertime, that sucker gotta be freaking enormously hot.
And he lives in Chickamauga, so you know it's going to be enormously hot.
Hey,
Well, he gets up in the mountains, he might be
Hey,
all
Dan.
right.
Hey, Dan, do you know what kind of motorcycle Santa Claus drives?
Oh, God.
A Harley Davidson.
I can see my Christmas card list is going to be shorter this year.
Even Dawn had to go on that one.
Yeah, I'm trying not to
Oh, Lord.
Exactly, Mike.
dignify that with a
Exactly.
response.
Oh.
Everybody to watch. That's how you promote your live stream.
Well, I enjoyed the one tonight.
This
Well, I've
is, you
enjoyed
would
every
be
one of them I've ever
surprised.
seen, but
You would be surprised at who might find your live streams interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, that was tonight. God. What?
you really, Dawn, you need a journal or some kind so that you can write down appointments for things like Thursday nights and Saturday nights.
It's right there. It's hanging right there.
She needs a calendar
It's right there.
with big print.
It's right there. To be
Somebody-
fair,
Right over there next to the taco.
She had a day planner so she'd remember everything. Then she forgot where she put the day planner.
no, I know where that's at. That's in the living room. It's that way. That's that way. That's over there.
So apparently somebody put wood paneling on the side of a Tesla Cybertruck.
Oh my goodness, I can hear the pun.
Tesla
I'm really
got
hoping this
into
is
a Woody.
CGI. I'm hoping this is fake.
They made it into a Woody.
One of the big things now are the plastic wraps that you can put on vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
The Cyber Squire.
Yep.
Yeah, that looks like it might be an applique rather than actual inlay.
Mm.
But
There
I-
was something kind of strange about the shadows under the.
Well,
They looked a little bit too regular.
Yeah. Oh.
Somebody needs to do a Minecraft wrap. Looks like it's made out of blocks.
Do a Lego wrap so all the seams show.
I mean, the thing already looks like a Pontiac Aztec that was in a PlayStation 1 game. PlayStation 1 game graphics.
Oh, what?
A Pontiac Aztec.
What are we talking about?
The Cybertruck.
Cybertruck.
Oh, yeah. No, Elon's kid drew that.
most kids drew that in the first grade.
Yeah, exactly.
You're welcome, Thesis. Of course I enjoyed it.
There was this toy. My brother had it when we were kids. And it had two parts to it. The first part was you took aluminum foil and you cut it to a certain shape and you put it over a car mold and you press the thing and it would mold cars out of aluminum foil.
Hmm.
The second part was you took these molded cars and you put them in the auto crusher, the thing from James Bond that would smush them down in little cubes.
Mhm.
And that was the whole toy right there.
It was made by Hot Wheels.
Yeah.
And you could actually the aluminum foil would actually fit over a Hot Wheels car, so you could crash it and get the damage.
And then you could put it in the car crusher and get it crushed down to a little aluminum brick so you'd see what your car looked like after it got repossessed. When you missed
Well-
core payments.
And I was putting little aluminum foil mobsters in it and pretending that Odd Job was, getting rid of, James Bond villains. And anyway, what's funny is the movie Goldfinger. Most of the cars in it were donated by Ford Motor Company, as promotion type thing.
Hmm.
So the girl, it's kind of funny. He was chasing this girl through Europe, and she was in a Ford Mustang. Odd Job was in a El Camino, I think.
Ranchero.
Huh?
It was a Ranchero.
Was it a Ranchero?
Before
Yeah,
it had to be Ranchero.
I thought
Yeah.
El Camino was a Chevy.
Yeah.
Ranchero, my bad.
Yeah.
And then there was it Felix Leiter was driving around in a Ford Thunderbird.
Naturally.
And the limousine that was supposed to take the gangster to the airport was a Lincoln. So,
It's called product placement.
product placement. I can't remember who the director was, but he hated American cars. And
Oh, I don't remember who the directors were either. Cubby Broccoli was the producer, right?
Producer.
Yep.
But they had this one director, and I can't remember his name right offhand. I'll have to look it up. But when he did Diamonds Are Forever,
Mm-hmm.
and they had to use all the big American cars because most of the filming was in Las Vegas,
Mm-hmm.
they had this huge police chase through a parking lot full of American cars and just smashed the hell out of everything. And he said that was the most fun he's ever had in a movie, was just smashing American cars.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what was the movie that was down in the bayou in Louisiana? Never Say Never Again?
No.
Mm-mm.
It was with Roger Moore and it was the one that also took place in Jamaica and had the voodoo. Baron Zamudi
Yeah.
was one of the villains.
A View to a Kill?
No, it was way before that.
Well, no, it would have been um,
Spy Who Loved Me?
Man with the Golden Gun.
No. Live and Let Die, I think it was.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah, that was 73.
That car jump with the Matador through the
that was Man for Golden Gun.
Yeah.
Was the car jump with the Matador.
Yeah, and it did the barrel roll and landed.
Yeah.
The stunt coordinator destroyed the ramp, destroyed the blueprints, and said no one will ever do this again because we could have killed the driver.
But, I want to say it was University of California at Berkeley did the computer animation of how that stunt. They did all the simulation and said, yeah, it'll work. And everybody's like, all the stuntmen are like, no. And it says, it'll work. And sure enough, they did the thing. And it went flawless. It worked first time, worked exactly the way they wanted it to. And then he went and tore everything up. And it wasn't because it might have killed the stuntman. It was because he didn't want anybody else to ever do that stunt again because he did it first.
Well, Mel Duke boys tried a couple times.
Who was it? Cecil B. DeMille, I think it was, did that. I want to say it was a silent film. I might be wrong about that, but he did a film of Moses. And this was 1920s. And they did it out in the California desert. And they had this huge set built with like Egyptian temples and stuff like this. And after he was done, he didn't want anybody to copy anything he had done. So he had the entire set dynamited so that nobody would ever be able to use those set pieces again.
Mm-hmm.
They did that with a Little House on the Prairie because NBC canceled the series, and Michael Landon was pissed about it because they just signed him to like another 5-year extension on the series.
Mm-hmm.
And like a week later, they canceled the series. So, as payback, they blew up the freaking set. So nobody could use. There was another production company going to be coming in and shooting a Western there. They said, not with our props. And that is now a multi-billion-dollar neighborhood in California.
Probably so. Because they ain't making any more land out there.
Oh, that used to be called the Fox Backlot that they shot Match on is now a state park.
Yeah.
Some guy went out there and up on the helicopter pad, relayed the rocks to say goodbye. They fined him $20,000 for damaging the state park.
Oh my God. They should have given him a free pass.
Oh.
Now, in the episode in the Batman movie that George Clooney was Batman,
Mm-hmm.
during filming, George Clooney found out the Batman logo could go in either way into the chest piece.
Mm-hmm.
And that scene where they just totally exploded the entire set, the final scene, George turned around real quick, pulled it out, turned it over, went to Joel Shushman and says, Joel, I got some bad news for you. He goes, what? And he says, we had a major fuck up. He went, what? And he went, this has been on like the whole time. And the Batman logo was upside down.
Ed George is a notorious practical joker.
Hey, they said his Joel Shushman's knees started shaking. He sat back in a chair, looked around and going, and they could see him about to pass out. Because it was one of those multi-million-dollar sets that they just blew to pieces. Oh. So has anybody here seen the new Flash movie yet?
Nope.
No.
You've got to watch it.
I heard it's pretty good.
I laughed. I mean, almost hyperventilated laughing at the last scene. The punchline was perfect. Chris, is Dawn invited to the meeting tomorrow or
Yeah.
not? Okay.
Yeah, I'm meeting tomorrow.
Thank you, Rob. Yeah, we're all special here.
Oh yeah, we're special, all right.
I'm not that special.
Oh, Joe Dog, yes you are. You have to be if you let me on your show.
I was going to get my SpaceX helmet and put it on, but Dan, how do you get the VOCs out of that plastic?
Well, first you got to explain what a VOC is, and then you got to tell me which plastic.
Volatile something compound.
Volatile organic compound?
Yeah.
Um,
Open it up, set it outside in the sunlight for 3 years.
more like 5, but yeah.
Do they not have something you can apply to it to take the volatility out of it?
It's Walmart paint.
Good luck with that shit.
Next time you go to Michael's where you need to be.
Well, Michael's, I'm not paying $3 for a little can of spray paint when I can get a full can for $1.98.
And not be able to wear your fancy piece of equipment that you just spent
Sometimes you get what
days
you pay for
printing.
it.
Oh, I got to show
You
y'all
have to
something.
pay more for quality.
Y'all are going to laugh your asses off at this one.
Especially if the headphone cord yanks you back into the chair.
Make sure it doesn't show. Okay. Y'all remember this brand, don't you?
Testers.
Yep.
Guess who owns Testers now?
Elon Musk.
No.
Donald Trump.
Jeff Bezos.
Joe Dog.
Oh,
Rust-Oleum.
Rust-Oleum.
Okay.
So the little cans that you pay like $6.99 of Tester's paint is Rust-Oleum.
Well, it was probably Rust-Oleum to begin with. They just put the Tester's label on it, and eventually Tester said, "Hey, you want to buy the product name?"
I think this is the good glue.
I could not tell you.
Oh yeah, that's the good glue.
That's why Joe Dog's in a good mood tonight.
There used to be a brand that almost smelled like orange creamsicles when you.
That's it. And then they had sniff proof.
Yeah, they took the acetone out years ago.
I can
And
remember.
Please, nobody pick on Joe Bachman. He didn't read the MSDS.
When
Wow.
they took the model glue, and they were worried about people.
Flammable, Joe?
So they added a lemon scent to the glue. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
The Tester's glue had a lemon on the label, and it was lemon scent. And it never worked as well as the original stuff.
Of course not. It didn't actually melt the plastic so that it would blend together instead of just sticking stuff together.
Yeah, for some reason when they add a scent and stuff, it doesn't work as well. Because even like the lavender scented acetone does not transfer the images nearly as well.
Probably because it's been whatever is the scent is got to be put in there, which will replace some of the or displace some of the. Never mind. I'm done talking tonight. Good night. Bye.
No, what you meant was denatured. Yes, I understood you.
Mm-hmm.
Diluted.
Well, I have learned.
Yes, I am. But what's that got to do with the price of beef tonight?
Uh-oh. Shh. Zach's here.
Zachy!
Hello.
Zachy's back.
I entered the room and y'all stopped talking. We're talking about me.
No,
Maybe.
No, not mine.
No, we were talking
about.
We were talking about sniffing glue at church camp.
Oh, what a great Friday.
Oh, let's see. I saw where Virgin sent up their last flight of one of their.
Yeah, their weird space. Where I don't know where that thing.
Yeah,
their weird space plane thing. Yeah, they have like 900 people that have prepaid to fly on it. And they're like, yeah, we're going to retire this first generation of it and start flying our Delta class variant in 2 years. So they just told
everybody, stay alive so we can honor the payments that you've already made.
Exactly. So it's the 7th commercial mission they did today. And we got Twitter updates that it worked, and that's about it. You think, last flight they might put a live stream out like they did for all their test flights? No. We got still image tweets 10 minutes after the events. So they were already on the ground when they tweeted they had launched.
I remember when they did the first test flight, and I don't know who it was I emailed, but I got permission to use some of the images from their coverage of the flight for Aphelion covers.
Oh, cool.
Forever. They said, "Hey, you gonna give us free publicity? Yeah, you can use this as long as you want to, as often as you want to."
Sounds like a Richard Branson company statement.
I remember the first flight. Was it the flight that Richard flew on?
Yeah, Richard flew on the first one that like almost killed all of them. Yeah.
Yeah, and Elon showed up at Richard's house as support.
Yeah, the night before, Elon knocked on the door and showed up at like midnight with a drink, and they apparently stayed up the whole night, and then they flew the next morning, and then the FAA launched like a 1.5 year investigation because they were supposed to abort the launch, but they didn't. And we'll never get a straight answer of who ordered the pilot to continue on the flight, but we all have our guesses.
Well, gee, if the owner of the company is sitting there,
the chauffeur is not going to say, no, we can't drive.
They would have if they flew 2 more seconds further away. They wouldn't have made it back to the runway because it's a glider. So then you would have seen Richard Branson crash in the New Mexico desert.
About 300 yards short of the runway.
Yeah.
Yeah. We almost made. That would have been the tweet. We almost made it. Next time.
Well, you heard the story about the 2 hunters up in Alaska. The bush pilot drops them off and says, okay, 1 moose. All I can haul out of here is 1 moose. Pilot drops them off. A week later shows up and there's 2 huge moose laying there right by the runway. He's going, no, I can't. The guy, one of them goes, the guy last year flew us out with 2. And these are, bush pilots can't be outdone. All right, whatever. They get up, clip the trees, flip over, land. One of the guys says, hey, how far do we make it? The other one stuck his head up and goes, about 50 feet further than last year.
But
Dan like that actually got a laugh out of Dan.
Oh, good grief.
I can see he's closed his.
Chris came back just to say that, I think.
Oh, I got to hear it. Shit.
Chris, there's this red X in the top left corner of your screen. It'll save yourself.
More church camp pictures.
Hell, I've already been on this show for most of it.
Oh, Zach, I will need a mailing address for you.
Why?
I might
He's
have
going to send you that. He's going to send you the rest of that spray paint that he can't breathe inside the.
He's going to send me the crap filament. That's what he's going to do. Here, I sent you a 3D printed thing unassembled.
Oh.
No, I was thinking of maybe.
It's the IKEA version, Zach. It's the IKEA version.
Zach, I was thinking of maybe sending that to you.
Oh. Okay, now we're talking. Where did it
That would
fit?
fit in a 5-gallon bucket.
Honestly, that probably wouldn't be a bad way of shipping it. It would protect it. Good hard sides. Just fill it with peanuts.
5, 3, 8. What gallon bucket do you want, Zach?
I wasn't. I was thinking of cardboard box, but yeah, a 5-gallon bucket would work.
It would actually work really well.
Zach would have an American 5-gallon bucket.
That would have to sit just off in the background for y'all.
Okay.
And the people at customs would never be able to open the bucket because nobody can open them buckets.
Go to Menards and get one. Get a green Menards.
You got to take a chainsaw and cut the top off the bucket to get into it.
Oh, I know what I ought to do. I ought to fill it with aluminum foil and 3 glow-in-the-dark watches.
Oh, Jesus.
Actually, if you just label it rocket motor, that probably would put a lot of
Yeah, really.
Well, I'm certain that's why my suitcase exploded when I brought home this heat shield tile from Florida. because they put it through the X-ray thing and they couldn't figure out what this dinner-size plate, 3-inch solid piece of foam fiberglass was on the X-ray that was in a hexagon shape, perfectly centered in the middle of the suitcase, with wires coming out the sides because I had my charging cables below it were at the bottom of my... So I didn't think about how it looked in the X-ray, but...
Could you imagine that in an X-ray? That might be an ITAR violation.
Well, we're just not going to talk about how it... If it was a space shuttle tile, I'm not technically allowed to buy them in the United States. I can be gifted one, but I'm not technically allowed to buy them because they're still an ITAR restricted item.
Mm-hmm.
But the heat shield tiles are?
No one's made a classification, so I grabbed one before they made a law.
And it still got blown up with your suitcase.
Yeah.
Thesis,
Well, that was Canada.
I think Nick was more scarred than you were.
Nick's writing a whole bunch of stories based on those photos last night.
How long did you guys go last night?
Pretty long while.
Oh, what a question for a lady to ask.
Well,
The lady, where's the
all
lady?
I'm going to say, guys, is y'all need to log in to the your Discord and exit the room because you're still there.
I thought I exited the room.
Nope.
I'm not there.
That is the one problem with Discord is it doesn't have very straightforward controls.
No.
Nope,
You can
nobody's
click.
in the room.
You can click the disconnect. You can close the program, and if you're using Windows, you have to go back down on your whatever the name of this bar is.
taskbar.
Yeah, and then click Show Hidden Items, and
It says
then
no one's
go
there yet.
exit Discord.
Mhm.
Otherwise, it keeps you connected, and it checks for updates continually, no matter what you're doing. And if you're in the middle of doing something else, and Discord puts an update while you're getting an update for another program,
Discord overwrites it.
well, it gets interrupted, and you have to do both updates over again. So yeah, go on down there near your clock, click on the up chevron, and then click on the Discord icon and go exit Discord. And
All right.
But
I got to
need
get rid of
Discord
coffee.
open so I get the updates. That's why
I got to
have
get rid of coffee. I'll be back.
Yep.
if you stay on, if
I
you're in
live
the
in
habit of having Discord running for games and things like that, that's why you have this little secondary leave
Mhm.
option. But for casual users of the green room and nothing much else, you really got to close out both options.
Well, folks, I'm actually going to take off early tonight, so I will see you all next time.
Good night, Joey.
All right.
Oh wait,
Thank
is
you
there
for
a show
being here,
Monday as
Joe.
of right now?
What?
Is there a show Monday as of right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank
Wednesday I won't be on. The wife will be home, though, so you might be able to convince her to do a show.
Okay, convince her to do a show and convince Nick to produce. Okay.
That's right. Tune in next Wednesday for The Yarn is Burning.
No burning. Just the hooker. The hooker's going to town. No.
The burning is absent.
Yep.
But the hookers are still present.
I don't know. Have you seen her crocheting? That stuff is just about this close to catching on fire. Her hands move so fast.
Yeah, and she wonders why she gets a blister on her thumb.
I'm not going to touch that one, Joe.
Joe has. And on that,
Many times. Anyway, I don't know that I think Monday night show is going to end up being a burning show because Morgan was actually busy this entire weekend, so I doubt she'll have the information over to me.
okay.
But yeah, Wednesday have town meetings, so can't be here for that. So
we will see you Monday morning, probably.
most likely, I'll be out on the job site, but I'll probably pop into the chat for a little bit,
and then we'll see you Monday night. Say hi to the wife.
Will
Give my
do.
love to the kids.
Yeah, I'll probably have to kick one off my side of the bed when I go up there. So,
Hi, Carrie.
hey, Carrie. Bye, Carrie.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody else.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye. And yes, we weren't hallucinating. Kiri is in the chat.
Well, I might have been hallucinating a little bit.
Too much
Again?
ice cream? Nah, you can never have too much ice cream.
Oh, yeah, you can.
You can if it's the cheap ice cream from McDonald's.
It
I
depends on
don't
whether
think Sid would buy her the cheap ice cream from McDonald's on
No,
purpose.
I know. I'm just saying there's such thing as too much ice cream.
Not at
Well,
McDonald's.
it depends on if you get American or Canadian gallons.
The gift that keeps on.
We love you, Zachy. And somebody
Why
said,
did I come to this show?
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
What the hell did I miss? Damn it.
You can watch the replay.
It's like that song from the Muppet Show. Why do we always come here? I guess we'll never know. It's like a kind of torture to have to watch the show.
That should be the new intro.
That's
Well,
the two old guys.
That's copyrighted. We can't use that.
They've only got two old guys.
Yeah.
well, how many old guys are here?
Well, everybody but
Three.
you and Zach.
What do you consider old?
Oh, nice, Gary.
Yeah.
It was a
all right.
long morning.
Well, there's different kinds of old. There's physically old and there's mentally old.
And then there's me.
It's like food. There's best
You're an
before,
ancient god of
and then
Appalachia.
tired.
I was gonna say you're not old. all
And then
gone
there's
old.
Maud.
Oh, Lord.
Well, I definitely know how Spider-Man felt when he walked into the bathroom and Thor placed Monor on the toilet lid.
That's no fun.
You ever try to move a cat when you got to pee?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was while I was trying to crawl out of bed, and the cat was not
Well.
happy about being moved either.
Yeah, she didn't want to let go of. She didn't want to get off the toilet lid either.
Exactly, Chris. Mm-hmm.
That's why you keep the bathroom door closed.
It usually is.
Well,
Cats don't like it when you close the bathroom door on them.
that's their problem. They will
But
listen to
that's
their
usually
human master.
when you're in the bathroom.
Oh, Lord. You guys make some of this shit way too easy. That I'm not even. Nope.
Hey, if I go in the bathroom and there's a cat sitting on the toilet, and I need to lift the lid so that I can use it, I just come back to my office. I get the little plastic canister of treats, and I go shake, 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 shake. cat comes in here, I go in there, then I shut the door behind me.
Hey, Canned Air is a wonderful toy.
Oh yeah, yeah. That works better than squirt bottles.
Yep.
And speaking of which, Joe Dog, are you needing to go down the hall right now?
No, I just got back.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I'm going to.
That one arm thing that Dan was just doing kind of was a little freaky.
Yeah.
And it actually turned on the blasted ring light on my camera.
Oops.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it. What, Zach?
I'm just confused.
That's easy.
Hey, don't feel bad. So do
It's
we.
probably the lack of sleep, but
That will definitely add to the.
Oh, what is the latest update on Starliner? I'm hearing now that it may not be safe enough to come home.
it's still leaking. Yeah, when they docked to the space station, they found a fourth helium leak. Yeah. Yeah. They did a tour today. If you ever want to see something funny, go watch the Crew Dragon tour from 5 years ago when it was delivered almost on time. And then go watch Starliner's tour. It looks like a bad joke. It's not even funny, it's sad. It does not look comfortable. It looks like they honestly, the best way of describing it is they opened up the side of a PC and then made it like human size and decided where can we fit 4 people. And then they just like closed the door. It's narrow and tight and there's cable and metal everywhere and no room for people. And they specifically told them, do not show any screens during the live stream. And what do? An iPad just goes floating by the screen. So we have a screenshot of the screen. They're running the whole thing on PC, on the Windows tablets. So everyone's like, well, no wonder they're having issues. Probably forced a software update mid-flight. But
Oh God.
yeah, if I was those
It's enough to run it on a tablet.
There was that. Have you ever seen the TV series from HBO called Space Force?
Yes, love it. That's legitimately Starliner.
And you remember they were launching that first missile for Space Force. It's a reconnaissance satellite, stuff like that. And just after it launched, they were sitting here and it looks pretty good. About then, the blue screen of death came up and they were getting a software update. And it's like, well, what do we do? It says, well, nothing. we just lost the entire rocket. He says, how much did that thing cost? And the one guy looks at him and goes, about 8 high schools.
Hey, Gavin.
Gavin!
Gavin.
Yeah, we just uh-oh.
So this is them going in like normal. Doesn't that look homey? Look how nice. I never thought I'd say the Soyuz looks roomy.
Wow, that's claustrophobic.
Well, wait a minute. That's the cargo bay, isn't it? That's
where those black things are the secondary seats for when they start flying a crew of 4 next year.
Okay.
Well, and then they like come in, and then there's the hatch, and like there's the back. There's one of the chairs, and they'll get adjusted. There's the screens that they turn up. That's how they're flying the thing. That looks so modern.
They need to totally scrap that and come up with something original.
Yeah, the big orange hose is not there in flight, but everything else you see is there in flight. That's how they fly it.
Have you ever seen the inside of a B-52 bomber?
Oh, they showed this on the iPad twice. Yeah.
Also made by Boeing.
Oh my God!
Oh, I hope you're referring to who I think you're referring to.
Yes, we know.
That is all. If you ever get a chance, go back and look at the interior shots of the B-52 on Dr. Strangelove. That's pretty much what you're looking at right there. That's just.
How are you supposed to
This-
get in and out of your spacesuit in that area?
This tells me that they have the safety standards of some of the 1930s and 40s movie serials where the spacesuits didn't actually have a visor because
Yeah,
the camera needed to see the actor's face.
Let's compare to Crew Dragon with a crew of 4.
Zach, they don't get out of them unless they got a friend helping them. And even then, it's going to be really tight.
Well, Zach, you've heard that Elon says if they're going up in one of my spaceships, they need to be wearing a tuxedo. Look at that suit.
Yep.
It's better than Boeing's spacesuit.
They're definitely smiling more than the crew for Starliner is.
Kevin, I'm afraid to tell you that the bathroom is inside the suit.
Yeah.
Think Dune, still suit.
Crew Dragon, it actually folds out of the roof. And it has 2 bags of attachments. And there's a curtain that descends to block the 4 people because they are all perfectly aimed at you, and you were rotated 180 degrees and seated on the ceiling.
Wait a minute. Didn't they put the bathroom in the airlock or something like that? Am I misremembering?
It's right above it. It's in like a panel.
So do you have to go into the airlock to use it?
No. It's in the enclosed. It's actually the first system they turn on when they get to orbit is the bathroom. Because normally when you get to orbit, your body doesn't know what to do, so it makes you need the bathroom.
Well, that and the pressure changes drastically because there's no gravity.
Believe me, if I was flying in a Stayliner, I probably would need a bathroom frequently too.
I always thought that they should put the bathroom in the airlock. And that way, like if Joe Dog gets on board the thing, and after having Taco Bell right before launch, and just let him go up there and do his business, and when he comes back outside, then
open the door.
Well, that actually happened to one guy on the space shuttle. The valve wouldn't close. And he got sucked to the toilet seat. Almost got sucked out of the toilet seat.
Through the toilet seat.
This will tell you how excited the crew was to get out of the spacecraft. No astronaut has ever entered the International Space Station with this type of reaction. Which they took their sweet time trying to get out. I think there was stuff blocking the door. But once she floats through, the reaction is, come on, Sunny, come on. I thought I had it. But there we go. Here she comes. This is the reaction of getting freedom. She hasn't been able to move in 2 days.
So apparently they haven't figured out how to spray down the surface with anti-static spray or something like that.
Yeah, they were both very excited to be out of that. I don't think they ever want to go back in it.
Can you blame them?
Actually, I believe that's one of those. We made it, thank God.
Even with all the leaks.
We made it, Elon. Can you get us a ride home?
Yeah. No. Here's what you heard right then when they came on board. It was like, we made it, thank God. Okay. So how bad were the helium leaks? Oh, they weren't that bad.
You get used to it after a while.
Is
that your real voice, John?
Yes.
Okay.
See, the trick is reach down and squeeze your testicles when you do it.
Oh, that's why I can't do that. Okay.
Oh dear.
Walk like a man, talk like a man.
No. That requires a clothespin on your nose. Believe me, I've seen it able to do that. So.
Or other places.
Gavin, go to bed.
Dan.
Gavin's underage. We've got to behave.
Good night, everybody.
I think it's a little late now.
Next thing
It
you
is
know, Al,
12:20 in the morning for him. So.
Welcome to adulthood, Gavin. I'm sorry. This was a rude awakening.
This is an after-hours show. Shouldn't Gavin be in bed?
No, it's 12:30.
Almost, yeah.
Almost.
Depends on what.
I don't know, when are they supposed to undock?
I
When?
don't know, but if they undock with anybody inside, it's a waste of time. I mean,
Well, they're supposed to undock Wednesday because Thursday there's supposed to be a spacewalk. And if they don't undock, then they're going to have to push it till after the spacewalk.
I don't think they will mind.
I don't think
Really?
so either.
yeah, just go ahead, close it all up, undock it, drop it on North Korea. It'll be a surprise. Nobody inside. They can build a Soyuz out of spare parts. Believe me, the Russians do.
Zach can sort of back me up on this. Russia actually has a target in the United States for Soyuz and a launch abort.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Do they?
I didn't hear the last part.
And a launch abort.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Okay.
They probably have
Yeah.
to. You know, just
Of course, we won't know about it until it's on its way down.
I mean, it makes sense that they would have one if it was late in flight. I was pulling this up to show the spacesuits and how awful they look. And you know it's bad when the official broadcasters at NASA are like, yeah, they're kind of like the Michelin Man, but blue. That was the official marketing for them. And the fact is, the helmet is like a hoodie. So they're like, it's like a hoodie with a plastic glass visor that sits like you're slitting your throat. So they actually have to wear a full headset, which is all got all the hard paneling on it to give them head protection. But the funny thing is, they also make them when they're doing pressure tests in the building. They put on eyeglass protection just in case it fails. I was like, really?
I've seen better cosplay at conventions.
Yeah. Well, that's it. They ride that to space now. Yeah.
They might.
But their
Uh,
shoes are akin to cross trainers, so that's the selling point right there.
yeah, like
I mean,
they're
the
going to do
shoes
a lot of
are-
running inside a space capsule.
Right.
Only around the centrifuge.
It's no. Just no. Across the whole board, no. Cancel it, save some money, send more SpaceX Dragons. The thing is, the thing that a lot of SpaceX fans and even not fans are upset about is if Starliner gets approved after this for operations, SpaceX now only gets one mission a year because they're taking one of SpaceX missions and giving it to Starliner. And it's like, oh, why? Just SpaceX works. This doesn't.
Well, they'll just have to wait till there's a catastrophic failure, and we'll have another calendar day that we have to dread coming back up every year.
Well,
only if they launch between the last week of January and the first week of February. That's where all of our space disasters are.
Well, you do have a point.
we don't even. I don't think NASA schedules satellite missions during that time now.
It gets pretty quiet. No one likes to launch that week.
Meanwhile, Elon throws up 3 batches of Starlinks.
Oh, yeah. Not a problem. Well, they're rushing to get the direct-to-cell ones up now to start cell phone service. So, all right, 63 now?
Has the price for Starlink service come down now?
For the satellite, No, but there's more premium versions. So there's like higher price tier ones, depending what you want.
Okay,
but they
if you
haven't
want the
released.
basic service, it's this much. If you want one that actually works, it's this much.
Well, if you want like priority and stuff now, and then they have like their boat version, their plane version, their RV semi version. So it all kind of depends what you want.
There's actually a couple people on that have a Starlink so that they can do their uploads to their YouTube channels, and not have to worry about, there's really crappy cell phone service around here.
Well, when I got mine, it was you were locked to your continent, and last year they got rid of that restriction. So I don't know last time you looked at pricing, but this is the pricing in Canadian dollars. Can I get this to US?
Joe Dog, I think that one's for you.
Just stumbled across the stream. What is this? Good question. We've been doing it for a little over 4 years now, and we don't have a clue.
This is
when you
where
figure it out, tell us.
Back when COVID hit, most of everyone you see here, as a matter of fact, I think everyone here likes to go to science fiction conventions and fantasy conventions and things of that nature. But because of COVID, we couldn't. So we basically started this as a show based upon the conversations that people at sci-fi conventions and fantasy conventions have in and around the hotel or the convention space after the convention shuts down for the night. 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, midnight, 2 in the morning. People just sitting around in the corridors and the bars and the lobby, whatever, just talking their favorite sci-fi or fantasy. And that's where this show got started. It was sort of a
we're bored, ain't got nothing to do.
Yeah, we're like the methadone for sci-fi junkies. That's pretty much a good description of it.
Then they ran out of sci-fi, and now we're here.
We just talked about
because somehow I got into this crazy
to quote a certain short midget with a blue microphone, this is a show about nothing.
Yeah,
that's
damn, my head itches.
And Gary's got the point. He's been bopping in here for 3 years, and he still doesn't have an idea what it's about. And he's met us in person.
We're hosting it. We have no clue. So that's,
I'm guessing, and I have no clue.
I'm not paid to be here, and I don't know why I'm here.
Because you love us, Zach, and you know
it's like a kind of torture to have to watch the show. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh.
Gary, you're going to be at Helicon?
No, he's going somewhere else. He's too good to be hanging out with us.
Hi, Nick.
Nicholas.
Oh, Bryce, I never planning on growing up.
To quote H.B. Piper, hell, I write science fiction. What do you think?
Well, hell, I'm partial cyborg. I mean, come on. I got dead people and titanium in me.
Same here. Don't know what's wrong.
Damn it, Ralph.
Well, that's one reason why I was glad that I didn't have to go to the child custody hearing at the courthouse, because every time I walk through the metal detector, it finds the 2 titanium screws in my knee. And then I have to get patted down. And that woman has really cold hands, I'll tell you.
Question, Zachy. You might know the answer to this, so I had no problem going through the machine on the way to Chattanooga. Coming back, when I was in Chattanooga, they said they found metal in my armpit. Now, I have titanium in my neck. Did that somehow,
Do you wear an underwire bra?
No, I don't. Not that anybody needed to know that.
What kind of
Yeah.
deodorant?
It would show up on the metal detector, honey.
I was gonna
This
say
deodorant has a name in
legitimately
it, so that's
deodorant, the amount of sweat you had, and if they were just being lazy and not actually reading the scan.
Okay. I don't know, because they did the little wand thing and nothing came up. But I'm like, did they just go wonky and pick with Ralph? What, I named my cadaver in my neck. I'm like, is Ralph with me today?
You want to really freak them out? Get you a handful of BBs, like steel BBs, and swallow them before you go through the metal detector.
No,
don't do that. Nobody do that. This is
Don't
not
do that.
endorsed.
Do not
by
ever
the
do that.
channel. No.
And that is not the.
Doctor said I needed more iron in my diet. But I'm pumped. Okay.
Bryce, if you're still watching, let us know where you're watching from.
Yeah.
Well, Nick is in one of the other YouTube channels that Joe, what do you broadcast to? 12 different YouTube channels?
3 different. Halicon Online, mine, and Stupid O'Clock.
Plus 3 Facebook pages, a Twitter,
Twitch,
and
a Twitch.
Yeah.
Nick, nobody has probed my heart.
Oh my gosh, Nick.
And Dawn's gone.
If you probe Dawn's armpit, that's what she does right there. She kills.
Sheriff Roscoe P. Coltrane.
I think that's a classic case of bad aim there.
Hey. I'm just waiting for her to snort. The snort's coming, I know.
That sounds like something Barney Fife would do.
What? Flip everybody off?
No, like, all right, we're going to see what's in that armpit right there. Nip this thing in the bud.
What's in this taco? That's what I want to know.
You got to kill her.
No.
Breathe, Dawn. Breathe. Breathe.
That's a deadly weapon right there. I can tell when I see one.
It controls me. Never mind.
Help me.
Oh, Lord. Oh.
I'm sorry. I don't know what sets me off on these occasions, but
Me.
Hey. Just remember, you've got to be nice to the women. They control half the money and all the. Never mind.
Yes, they do. Just remember that. Y'all worship me. No, I'm kidding.
Nick's apologizing. That joke was just the pits.
Hey,
now
Nick,
we've let Nick off. My goodness.
Hey, Nick, what are you doing Wednesday night? I need a producer. For the show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, her pits produce enough as it is, apparently.
Oh, you can't make this stuff up. It has to be live.
Oh.
Daggone TSA agents.
I got a feeling the Bryce dude just went, I'm out.
Unsubscribe, block.
Yeah, there's lots of inside jokes.
Hey, I was worried Bryce was trolling us there, and then we just didn't pay any damn attention. That's why the Russian bots have been leaving us alone lately. We just don't care.
Oh, now you've asked
We
them for
engage
me?
with them.
We miss the Russian bots.
We hope they're doing okay in Ukraine.
I think they're upset I got a cult now.
Yes, you have your own cult, the cult of Chris. And where's Rich when you need him with the sign?
Rob was kind of observing that apparently I've got a cult too, but nobody brags about it. Mike Jimmy.
Oh,
Yeah,
Mike
Mike
Jimmy.
Jimmy, this is why I like you so much. Luz trains you quickly and not a girl. Well, the cult is still here, Kiri. The cult
I
of truth
think
is
it's in
still around.
stealth mode.
I have a cult of personality.
You're just have a cult of many personalities, Joe Dog.
And Nicholas Dosvidanya.
Yep.
I actually thought that was one word. I did not realize it was two.
Yep.
Of course, the only Russian I know, aside from the most deadly insult you can give a Russian person, is all phonetically learned. So I don't know where the syllables come in and where the spaces between the words come in.
Well, I was going to say, I thought the S went with the dough. But
Joe's a cult of propulsion, mostly methane.
I know a couple rocket companies that could use that.
Oh, Joe Dog, get on that shit.
If
Tell
they
them all
got
they
a
gotta
Taco
do.
Bell close by, they can get free
Yeah.
refills. Okay, Nick is going phonetically as well for his.
Those
Hey, Nick doesn't know how true that is. UT is phonetic because hell they can't spell it anyway.
Oh, come on now.
That is spelled right.
Which UT? United Technologies? University
of
of Texas?
Tennessee.
University of Tennessee?
Most of
And
that
these are the people that are building our nuclear weapons, graduates of University of Tennessee. Those that actually had to go to the university instead of going to a machine shop in Oak Ridge.
They need to be getting them out of the University of Alabama at Huntsville.
Doc Travis is busy.
Oh, ain't just Doc Travis
Hey.
there. I mean,
I know.
Hey, UT has probably one of the best medical schools up there, especially in brain surgery. Of course, the poor doctors, all right, what we're going to do is cut the top of your head off and root around in there with a stick.
What happens when I put the jumper cables here?
Sounds like Alberta healthcare.
I would rather trust my luck to Emory.
Oh.
They truly have some smart folks there. And I believe St. Joseph Hospital has some of the best cardiac doctors in the world.
Utah. Thesis?
I was going to say our thesis.
You still here?
Still here.
Well, apparently Iceland will pay.
I think they're casting for a remake of a certain movie made from a Harlan Ellison story.
Shit.
No. Well,
Bathroom's that way, Joe.
I have a feeling it failed again.
I think Iceland pays $50,000 if you marry one of their women. Apparently, the women are more prevalent than the male population there.
Well, I need to make some quick money. What's the what country has the opposite?
You have to move to Iceland and marry an Icelandic woman and live in Iceland.
No. I said, what's the opposite?
Oh God!
He gave you
Australia or Alaska.
Nick.
Alaska.
Even I know that's a pun.
I think the women outnumber the men in Australia, but the sheep outnumber people 20-1.
I thought
And
that was
they're
Wales.
terrified.
And never. Because with my luck, as soon as I say a specific name, they'll pop into the chat.
Do it.
Adsy.
I haven't seen him around in a while.
Well, now he'll probably pop into chat.
Oh, heavens.
And we pinged him a few weeks ago, and he just said he was busy on the farm.
Why do I not want to go anywhere with a lady shortage?
Because you'll be inundated with men.
Now tell her the downside.
They all look like Joe Dog.
Okay.
Even worse, they all smell like Joe Dog.
Damn, sex with a smelly midget.
Yeah.
I'm glad you can get away with that. I had to give up picking on Joe Dog.
Did Chris leave on his own will, or was that?
I think he was forcibly removed.
Amok.
There's no problem with that.
Amok, Chris.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. How am I supposed to follow this?
You'll think
Very
of something.
carefully.
You'll think of something.
If you need church camp photos, let me know.
Hey, Zach, please. You and Dawn, and Chris, John. I know Joe Dog's going to be rebuilding his 3D printer again.
No, half the print broke loose.
Oh.
Well, being I'm printing 3 sections at once, that's as long as the main piece holds together, I'm good.
That's what she said.
Is there a reason are you trying to print it in just one print?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pushing my luck.
Yeah.
Especially on that scale.
What's
You
new?
seem to be.
It's a learning curve.
He's been pushing his luck for decades. If he ain't learned by now, he ain't going to.
I'm not. I don't know what you're talking about.
Zach, you emotionally scarred Nick.
I didn't think that could be done.
You obviously hadn't been to Zach's church camp.
Yeah, you'd have grown up emotionally scarred. Look at Zach.
Are you kidding? I'd been leading that son of a... I mean, never mind.
Why do you think I want to leave the planet?
Oh.
Well, they got a casino out in Vegas. That probably explains a few things.
Oh.
Now, I did actually consider moving Halicon out to Vegas one year.
If you want to grow the numbers, that'd probably be a good show.
Yeah, at the Clown Motel.
Yeah, I started to say at the risk of Crystal Jr. killing you.
No. Not coming as it is, would not be coming at all ever there.
Oh, dear.
You missed out on it, Kiri.
Well, see, I was thinking of maybe getting a big top and using the big top as our con suite and programming.
Well, you know, we had that hotel in Arkansas wanting to host us.
No.
Aren't they tearing down Circus?
I think they did tear it down, but they did have a casino there for a long time. It was not a pretty place.
They've been tearing down like a lot of the
classics.
Classic.
What you remember
You mean
earlier?
they're tearing down the old mafia hotels?
Yes.
Yeah, they demolished the.
What did they do?
The Tropicana got imploded.
It popped off and hit me.
They demolished the Tropicana, I think, or it's about to be demolished.
I am not touching that line even in the green room.
I mean, it popped me upside the head. It was like, pow! Like, damn.
Well, it heard the
It's
idea.
bad when the 3D printer's trying to tell you to give up.
It heard the idea of the clown hotel, and it was like, no, he needs to be beaten.
Circus is still in operation. Matter of fact, they had a renovation in between 2020 to 2023.
I think Nick got emotionally scarred. He even came back in the green room last night on the list of the 4 movies that I mentioned because he got a little concerned.
Excuse me.
Well,
I will not spread the curse.
Yeah, well, you might find an old friend. Just look at some of the
I'll just bring the hash brown
bridge
casserole
supports in Chicago.
I'm just wondering if there were any bodies found in Memphis.
Probably.
I was just in popular culture. This is off of Wikipedia. Circus has appeared in The Ed Sullivan Show, a 1970 film called The Grasshopper, the 1971 film Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, not to be confused with the later one. Let me see. The James Bond film Diamonds Are Forever, an episode of Banachek, Las Vegas Lady, Damnation Alley, Corvette Summer, and Baby Geniuses. It also features in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas and a video game called The Crew, which I've never heard of.
Oh my God. Did Ellie not know that was there? Have you seen the Ellie interview with Elon? Zach?
I'm keeping my mouth shut. Also, if you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say it at all.
Did you see the garbage can?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Did it walk around and say Gronk?
No. It is uniquely shaped.
Let's call it a rocket and then use your imagination.
I'd already beat you to that punchline.
Yeah, I was already imagining you playing with your rockets.
Oh, my rockets at least look like rockets. Would you like? I'll pull it up.
Martian Canadian geese.
You're gonna pull your rocket out? Is this the one where the head pops off?
No, not that one.
Imagine a planet of creatures being used to absorb the stress of Canadians. You've read that blog post as well, yes. And Zach told us, I think it was Thursday. Oh, you've heard of Geese Day.
Here you go. And it's cropped so you won't get in trouble. You wouldn't get in trouble anyways, Joe Dog, but it's cropped anyway.
If he won't get into trouble, he's not going to show it. Oh, okay. It's Rocket Ship XM.
Yeah.
Lay it outside and give it a different paint job. It's the ones from Commando Cody.
All I'll say with that interview is, Elon got bored when he picks up his drink and starts to walk away.
Nick has just decided he's been
I haven't
too
got
long.
I haven't got that far. I mean, I just
it's only 12 minutes.
I just turned it on and saw the the garbage can.
Yeah.
Oh dear. All right.
With garbage, it's all about girth.
I surrender. I'll be right.
I have nothing to bring to this conversation right now.
Do we need to go back to tacos?
No.
Dan took his headset off. He's like, oh, hell no. I'm not going to get tied up in this one. He's going to get more drink, but he don't want to spill a drink.
Because today
I don't think this involves getting a drink so much as getting rid of one. So.
Yeah.
Right. And he doesn't like to get distracted while he's getting rid of that drink because he's done it before and it's not fun.
Hey.
And if you need help, just call Boeing. They're really good at, making leaks.
You see what Dick says? That trash can's going to aim at the shark and says, no, don't do it. No. Oh, this is one of our better shows in a while. Of course, I ain't been here, so I really don't know.
How would you know?
You're welcome.
John, scoot just a little bit over so you get your kitty ears in the right spot. There you go.
There you go. Now meow.
Meow.
That's a view of our beautiful downtown and our aquarium.
Yes. Both of them.
Do you want the blue ears or do you want the gray ears?
Well, go over here and do the gray.
There you go. Little down there. Oh, they're more like devil horn, but
yeah, I get it.
Well, that's John for you. I got.
He's a unicorn now.
That's because one of them is bigger than the other one.
That's what she said.
Yes. The big blue one is the freshwater aquarium, and the other one is the saltwater aquarium.
We've got 2 aquariums in this town.
Yeah.
And no saltwater to speak of. Which
wait, they're not the same aquarium?
No,
I'm talking about the same people, but they're 2 different things.
2 different aquariums.
Yeah, one
They
of
share
them
a parking
freshwater.
lot.
No, they share a plaza.
Yeah.
Can I get
one of them?
Heads up next time?
I don't know why you don't put it on and dance.
I didn't have time because I didn't get a fucking heads up.
Okay, put it on. Okay. Put on a happy face. Okay. Say taco.
Yes, Zach. One of them is the mountain, lakes, rivers, and streams. The other one is the oceans and seas and
The Gulf.
Yes.
Yep.
Local fish. And then
that
the other
isn't
one is everybody else's fish. They probably
And
got
it isn't
Canadian
too far from the Chattanooga Choo Choo.
What?
No, it's about what 8 blocks.
No, 14 blocks from the choo.
14 blocks from the choo-choo.
Yeah.
No, it's a sock. We know it rhymes with sock.
A sock with no rocket.
No, it also.
Why do the word "suck it to me" just come to mind?
Hey, I was gonna go suck it to me.
No, I was more referring to the abbreviated version of Chris's The Cult of Chris. Sock.
I was thinking about what he said earlier about the trash can.
But I was going with the no love without Dawn's glove.
Oh.
And I said it's a sock. So no without Dawn's.
Okay.
Which would pretty much make Dawn's glove a sock rocket.
That's what Nick said.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm looking at my channel now.
Lord. This is an oofta moment.
Zach, thank you for actually making it on the show.
And making the show.
And I apologize.
Okay, my invoice will be in the mail.
What are you apologizing for, Chris?
We don't have enough time for that.
Yeah. Some things are better left unsaid.
Oh God, what happened in the green room after I left last night?
Bonus points if you get the Daryl Hall reference.
I'll put it this way: white van, church, McDonald's bag, rope.
Do that again, Zach.
Do that again, Zach. That's just
I have options. There's options you can do,
No, I can't.
or
what's the balloon one?
Oh, Zach can pick any punishment he wants for me. I'll let him.
How do you get the balloons to work?
Good
You
night,
shouldn't give
everybody.
him that much leeway.
it's almost the end of the show.
Because remember, he has the power of Canadian gallons at his disposal.
Don't make
Sometimes I'll just stir shit up for no reason.
me call the geese.
Remember, I'm a Minnesota girl at heart. The Canadian geese are like chickens to us.
Yeah, I know, but you got to wait for them to fly back over from England.
Okay. Canada may have geese, but Tennessee and North Georgia have mockingbirds.
No shit, little bastards.
Doesn't sound threatening, but I have seen mockingbirds beat the hell out of a Canadian geese. Okay, that's
A Canadian geese.
Hey,
Yeah,
Hey,
You would be
I did find something.
it thought it was a whole flock by the time the mockingbirds got through with it.
Hey, I saw something today
where'd all these feathers come from?
that scared mockingbirds away.
Yo, dog.
A vulture.
Really?
Speaking of, we saw a hawk grab his lunch today. Literally, we watched him grab his lunch. Poor bunny.
it's a
Yeah.
dog or something.
Yours
Well,
bunny.
guys, I hate to say it, but you
Nick!
it's time to say goodnight, everybody.
Good night.
good night, everybody.
Oh, I have slipped the surly bonds of earth and danced the skies on laughter-silvered wings. Sunward I've climbed and joined the tumbling mirth of sun-split clouds and done 100 things you have not dreamed of. Wheeled and soared and swung high in the sunlit silence. Hovering there, I've chased the shouting wind along and flung my eager craft through footless halls of air. Up, up the long, delirious, burning blue, I've topped the windswept heights with easy grace, when never lark nor even eagle flew. And while with silent, lifting mind, I've trod the high, untrespassed sanctity of space, put out my hand and touched the face of God.